Hey everyone, it's Anna, and I got something stuck in my teeth. Hey everyone, it's Anna, and I'm back with another vintage cookbook. This time I'm reviewing Good Housekeeping's book of ice creams and cool drinks. This book was published in 1958, and I absolutely love these Good Housekeeping booklets. I have a few in my collection. What I really need to do is pull all of them out and put them together, but as you know, I'm in the process of moving, so I thought, why reorganize now? The reason I usually love these books is that the photos and illustrations are almost always adorable. They're very cute and colorful, very appetizing photos. I love the fonts that they choose. Like, these just check a lot of boxes for me. This one has a number 17 in the upper corner. I'm not sure how many of these that they actually made. I just know I have a few of them in my collection. If you have all of them and you know how many they produced, please let me know in the comments down below. One of the first things that you see when you open this book is ice cream anytime. I couldn't agree more. I'm a huge ice cream lover. I happen to be very fortunate to live in an area with tons and tons of awesome ice cream and frozen custard. I don't know if it's because we really appreciate our warm weather here when we have it, because sometimes our winters are a little bit harsh. One thing I noticed in this section that I don't really know what they're talking about, the U-shaped freezing unit. I don't know what this is. Someone enlighten me. It says the U-shaped freezing unit is found in old and some new refrigerators. I'm trying to envision what this U-shaped freezing unit is in a refrigerator. I know our modern refrigerators are vastly different than what they had in the past, but I'm very curious to know what this is. There's an entire section of things devoted to drinks for the kiddies. Much like the refrigerator desserts cookbook, we have these somewhat terrifying clown faces. They don't look very inviting to me. They look a little bit bewildered for clowns. But again, like, look how cute. Like, I love these illustrations so much. There's this other section I wanted to point out called Cool Drinks the Year Round. So it really just kind of lists ideas of things that you can have to drink all year long. Canned juices, frozen juices, flavored ice cubes, that kind of thing. But there's one particular item on this list that really has me baffled. Thirst quenchers for small fry. When I hear small fry, I think children, kids, whatever, but let me read this to you. Cut off the top of lemon. Insert hard candy stick about 1 inch into lemon. Squeeze a bit. Suck. Or with apple core, make hole 3/4 of the way through orange. Insert peppermint stick so it fits snugly. Squeeze orange. Suck. So are we handing a kid a lemon with a candy stick in it? Like, that doesn't even seem like it would produce that much juice. And I'm really wondering how much a candy stick would sweeten that lemon juice. I'm gonna have to try this. I have to. I don't really get it. But I have to find out. There's an entire chapter devoted to milk coolers and included something called milk tinglers. And when I first read this, I thought it was milk mixed with every single item on this list. So it says crushed pineapple, crushed raspberries, not so bad together, but then we go to maple syrup, molasses, grape juice, and then I realized that these are individual things that you can mix with milk. So a cup of milk with a 1/4 cup of crushed pineapple, a cup of milk with a tablespoon of molasses, that kind of thing. I mean, all together it would just be complete chaos, I think, but it makes a little bit of sense separately. I know I have some watermelon people in my audience. Take a look at this. This is awesome. Carve out a watermelon and fill it with a big block of ice and then some yummy punch. Like, that looks good. Like, that's what I want on a summer day. There's also this kind of center fold of the book that has a lot of photos in it, but it says, Susan serves ice cream. I don't know who Susan is. I mean, I haven't read this book cover to cover, but I don't think she comes up in the book. I mean, I'm not seeing, there's no author named Susan. She doesn't seem to be a major character in the story, but apparently this is Susan and this is what she serves. Although after this, there is a recipe that is called Susan's Apple Limeade. So she also has apple limeade in here, but I just don't know who she is. This apple limeade, though, it sounds delicious. It's sugar, water, mint leaves, lime juice, apple juice, and sparkling water. Like, I like all those things. I'm gonna try this one too. They also have several ideas for iced teas. We have something called Tampa tea. I'm not a Floridian, so I don't know if this is a real thing, but it does sound really good. It's got tea bags, sugar, ice water, lime juice, and orange juice. So it doesn't say what kind of tea bags. I would probably just use some kind of black tea, but that sounds really good to me. We have a chapter called Coolers for the Crowd. Again, another very cute illustration. This illustration leads me to believe that this is a chapter for teenagers. Like this looks teenager-y to me. What are those pesky teens up to now? A lot of punch recipes. I think this confirms my teen theory. We have Sweet 16 punch. Sweet 16 punch is raspberry sherbet, ginger ale, lime slices, and either strawberries or sweet cherries. It sounds very, very sweet. There's like no water in this or anything. That just sounds like a lot. There's one last section of this book that is called Things to Serve with Ice Cream and Cool Drinks. And it's just a few pages of cookie recipes. I think it's a lot of sweet on sweet on sweet. I have a sweet tooth, but this seems like if you serve that Sweet 16 punch with mocha brownie bars, I just think it would be a little bit of overkill. And that's coming from someone who really, really enjoys eating sugar. No shame to anybody who likes sugar. I'm with you. So that brings us to the recipe I'm going to be preparing today. Today, in honor of my new home, I'm going to be preparing California Milkshake. Just reading through this recipe, it seems to be maybe a little bit before its time, or maybe this is very common in California. I don't live there yet, so I don't know. A California milkshake consists of milk, either crushed pineapple or a ripe banana. I'm gonna use a banana today because that's what I have. Some sugar and some mashed avocado. That makes me think of smoothie territory. Were they often putting avocado in milkshakes back then? I don't know. Was avocado even a very popular thing to have in 1958? Maybe in California it was, but this sounds like it's gonna be pretty good. It doesn't have any ice cream in it for a milkshake. It just has some frozen milk in it. We'll see. We'll see how this turns out. Let's get started. I'm only going to be making one milkshake for myself, but I will be listing the full recipe, which makes 2 milkshakes. You're going to need 2 cups of milk, which it's in here because I had to freeze it. Either 6 tablespoons of crushed pineapple, or instead I have 1 ripe banana, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and we have 1/4 cup of, we have 1/4 cup of mashed avocado. So this is a really fast one. The first step is to pour milk into an ice cube tray. I don't have a metal ice cube tray, but I do have this, what I think is maybe an icebox cake pan. I'm not sure. I bought it at a garage sale years ago. This looks pretty frozen to me. I froze my milk maybe for like half an hour or so. It says freeze it halfway. Hopefully this is what they mean. Next it says turn into an electric, it genuinely says turn into electric blender, and that just makes me think they want me to turn into a blender. I'm a blender! But no, I think what that means is put the milk in your blender. So we're gonna scrape that in. You got some ice crystals happening. I'm kind of glad I used this really narrow pan because it's scraping into the blender super nicely. We got it. Add the rest of the ingredients. So we have our banana, which I still need to slice, but I only need half since I'm making 1 milkshake. The other half will probably go into the freezer. Bananas in. We have our sugar. That's just white granulated sugar. Finally, we have our mashed avocado. So in that goes. With all of our ingredients in, I think it's time to blend. So I have to remember I need to turn this blender down before I turn it on. Vitamix, very complicated. Not really, don't tell Vitamix I said that. It's fine. It's just different than like the very simple blender that I used to have. Okay, that's enough. Stop talking. And turn it up. So already I'm seeing that this is pretty thin. Even though the milk is half frozen, it doesn't call for any other frozen ingredients. I'm already thinking of one change I would make. I would freeze the banana. That's kind of what I do when I make smoothies. I'm not a huge smoothie person, but I do occasionally make them, and I almost always use a frozen banana. So I'm gonna give it one more blend. It's not quite as green as I thought it would be either. It's just kind of a nice, pleasant-ish green. It smells very fresh, like a fresh banana. The banana and the avocado would probably have a very similar texture. I mean, that's it. I just made the recipe. So what I'm gonna do is pour this into a glass and then give it a taste. I'm back, got myself a pretty glass. I'm gonna pour my milkshake question mark into the glass. It's kind of thick. I mean, it's a little bit thick. I still think I'd freeze the banana. I should probably get a straw for this, huh? Let me go find a straw. I actually have a cute straw. This is left over from my Dollar Tree video, but let's open the umbrella and make it official, maybe. Oh yeah. Oh no, didn't mean for that to happen. Okay, time to give it a taste. I mean, it tastes more like banana than anything. It tastes good. It's pretty good. It's very subtle. I don't taste too much of the avocado. A little bit maybe. But I think I would put both the banana and the pineapple in this, and I think that would really take it over the top. But I like this. It's nice. I wouldn't call it the most refreshing thing. I would make this again. I think if I had all of the ingredients around and I wanted something kind of fun, like a fun snack, I would go for this. I cooked a recipe from Good Housekeeping's book of ice creams and cool drinks. So cool, so cool. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you coming back every single week to check out my videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.